Today, we're talking about the 5 tech jobs you should absolutely avoid. And I'm specifically focusing on the US, Canada, and EU markets in this video, where I've seen these trends firsthand. Most career advisors will tell you these are great entry-level opportunities and perfect for career changers. They'll say you can learn these skills in a few months and land a 6-figure job. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. These jobs have become career traps disguised as golden opportunities. But what if I told you that the very reasons these jobs seem appealing, low barrier to entry, quick learning curve, abundant boot camps, are exactly why you should run in the opposite direction? The easier it is to get in, the harder it becomes to stand out, advance, or even keep your job when the market shifts. I've spent over 10 years in tech, sitting in on hundreds of interviews, watching market trends, and seeing careers stagnate. I've witnessed talented people get stuck in these roles for years, watching their earning potential plateau while their peers in other tech areas skyrocketed. What I'm about to share comes from real market data, hiring patterns, and the harsh reality of where technology is heading. Here's my plan. I'll walk you through each of these 5 jobs, explain exactly why they've become problematic, and most importantly, give you better alternatives that align with where the market is actually moving. Job number 5, Product Manager. I say this as someone who built my career in product management. This field has been devastated by oversupply. During 2020 to 2021, companies hired product managers at unprecedented rates. Then came the corrections of 2022 to 2024 with massive layoffs. Now, you're competing against incredibly experienced PMs from major tech companies for every single role. When a hiring manager sees a resume from someone who managed products at Google, Meta, or Amazon versus someone transitioning from another field, it's not even close. The role itself has been devalued. What used to require 10+ years of domain expertise to break into now has bootcamps promising to make you product ready in 12 weeks. This influx of junior-level candidates has created a race to the bottom for entry-level positions. Alternative strategy? Build deep domain expertise first. Become exceptional at something else. Sales, engineering, marketing, data analysis, then transition to product management within that domain. Domain expertise combined with product skills is infinitely more valuable than generic product knowledge. Job number 4, Project Manager. This one might surprise you because project management seems stable and necessary. But here's what's really happening. The skills required for project management, organization, communication, timeline management are becoming commoditized. I've seen brilliant engineers, product managers, and even salespeople handle project coordination as a secondary responsibility using tools like Linear, Notion, and Slack workflows. Companies are realizing they don't need dedicated project managers when their tools can automate scheduling, track progress, and send automated updates. The certification trap is real here. I've never met a successful project manager who credits their PMP certification for their success. It's a pure memorization of frameworks you'll rarely use in practice. Better approach? If you love coordination and process optimization, pivot toward operations roles in high-growth areas like DevOps, revenue operations, or growth operations. These roles require similar skills but with much higher technical components and career ceilings. Job number 3, Entry-level QA tester. Here's what used to be the easiest way into tech: quality assurance testing. The brutal reality: AI and automation tools can now perform most basic QA tasks faster, more consistently, and cheaper than human testers. I've watched companies replace entire QA teams with automated testing suites that run 24/7, catch edge cases humans miss, and integrate directly into development workflows. Tools like Selenium, Cypress, and now AI-powered testing platforms are making manual testing obsolete. The deeper problem? QA was always positioned as a stepping stone role, but I've seen countless people get trapped there for 3 to 5 years. Why? Because you're not developing the technical skills that transfer to higher-paying roles. You're learning to find bugs, not to solve complex problems or build systems. Better path: focus on test automation engineering or shift toward data quality engineering. These roles pay 40 to 60% more and position you for growth in AI and data-driven companies. Job number 2, UX/UI designer. This is where I'll probably get the most pushback, but hear me out. The tools have become so sophisticated that the barrier to creating decent designs has essentially disappeared. I've personally watched non-designers create professional-looking interfaces in under an hour, using Figma templates, AI design tools, and component libraries. The market dynamics are brutal. You're competing for typically one design role per product team against thousands of other designers, many with years of experience from major tech companies who were laid off in recent years. But here's the kicker. Many startups and smaller companies are operating without dedicated designers entirely. Product managers create wireframes, developers handle implementation details, and AI tools fill the gaps. The designs aren't perfect, but they're good enough for most products until they reach significant scale. Strategic pivot. Instead of traditional UX/UI, focus on UX research with data analysis skills or transition into product design with a strong technical understanding. These roles are harder to automate and command higher salaries. Job number 1, Front-End Developer. Here's the most controversial take. Front-end development, as traditionally taught in bootcamps, is being rapidly automated by AI tools. I've watched AI assistants write React components, debug CSS issues, and even handle responsive design faster than many junior developers. The tasks that bootcamps focus on, building basic interfaces, implementing designs, handling simple state management, are exactly what AI excels at. Companies are starting to realize they can have senior engineers use AI tools to handle front-end work rather than hiring dedicated junior front-end developers. The real trap is specialization without depth. You learn enough to be dangerous but not enough to be irreplaceable. Meanwhile, the market is flooded with bootcamp graduates all competing for the same entry-level positions. Winning approach: if you're drawn to development, go full stack with a specialty. Pick a domain, fintech, healthcare, climate tech, and become the developer who understands both the technical and business sides deeply. Or focus on areas where AI still struggles: performance optimization, accessibility, complex state management, or developer tooling. Look, I'm not trying to crush anyone's dreams here. I'm trying to save you from making expensive mistakes with your time and money. Every single one of these roles can lead to successful careers, but only if you approach them strategically and understand the current market reality. The main pattern you should notice is this: jobs with low barriers to entry create intense competition, especially when AI can automate significant portions of the work. The solution isn't to avoid tech entirely, it's to position yourself in areas where human expertise, domain knowledge, and strategic thinking still matter. Instead of chasing what's easy to get into, chase what's hard to replace. Build skills that complement AI rather than compete with it. Focus on roles where you're solving complex problems, not just executing predefined processes. The tech industry is still growing and creating incredible opportunities, but those opportunities are increasingly going to people who bring unique combinations of skills, deep expertise, and strategic thinking, not just the ability to follow tutorials and complete bootcamp projects. Your career is a long-term game. Make moves that position you for the next decade, not just the next job application. The extra time you invest now in building deeper, more differentiated skills will pay massive dividends throughout your career.